So I want to spackle these. So I went around and scraped them so they're relatively smooth, and then I'm going to sandpaper them, and then I'll add the spackle, let them dry, and then sandpaper them again. I already did these ones in here in terms of like doing the scraping. And now I need to do the ones here around the bed, which means I have to like move my mattress. But it's worth it, I think, to just not have the holes there. Or, well, the holes will still be there, but you know, they'll be patched. So, yeah. Also, I didn't notice that like the blinds are different lengths. So I put them on the wrong sides, and now they don't want to come out of the things. So I have to fix those too. I'm hoping that this gap will be enough of a gap to work with most of it, and I can pull the bed out a little bit more to get to the rest, but I don't really want to pull the bed off because I have that thing underneath it and it will mess with the alignment. And then I'll need help to fix it, and trying not to bug my son too often. Probably the worst thing is that there'll be a little bit of a mess behind the bed that I'll need to clean out at some point, but it won't be a lot. I just don't know where the attachment to my vacuum cleaner are. Otherwise, I could get it like that and just go and vacuum it out. So the mess isn't really too bad. I can totally slide the bed back out and vacuum it up when I find my attachments, which are definitely still in storage. And these ones back here, which are against the bed, I'm not going to sand just so I'm not like creating like, I'm just going to do it in the other places, and I can sand them the next time the bed comes out, like when the time comes for me to pull this off and start painting the walls. So we will see how well this works. I've noticed that Amazon has moved away from like suggesting more familiar like name brands that we would have here, like in Home Depot or whatever, for like these other brands, and this one has really good reviews, so I figured I'd give it a try, and it was cheap. It came with this, which is cute and all, but I don't really see the purpose of it. Like, I'm not sure if anyone else does this, but unless it's like a really big spot where I need to use a tool to really like smooth it out or whatever, I just use my fingers, because I'm just gonna go back over it and like with this sanding material anyways, but usually a finger does a pretty good job. It's really just like the big holes that if I use my finger, then it will like sort of dip in as it dries. But it'll even do that with like the spatula or whatever, so I just use my fingers. So this stuff's pretty liquidy in comparison to what I'm used to, so it's a little bit messy, but I'll just come around with like a wet rag. It's not like here, it doesn't look too bad, but on that part and over there, it's pretty noticeable, so I'll just wet rag. This package came with like sandpaper on one side and soft on the other side, so yeah. And when I was cutting the mat, I was like, oh, that little spot's not a problem. I just scratched the back of my leg hella bad. So I did the ones around here, which it's noticeable, but I think once I like wipe it down, it won't be as noticeable. And honestly, I don't really care. At some point I will paint in here. It's gonna be, oh look, there's a bug. It's an ant. Ew. Check out my new clown shoes. Totally off topic, but woohoo! My friend got those for me. I put down bait and stakes and stuff for the ants, but I'm still finding them like not like a lot, just the ones, the scouts. And I'm hoping eventually they'll just find the bait. I couldn't find any spots where the ants actually were, so I just kind of put them in a couple areas that I've seen them sort of pop up when it gets wet outside. And just hope for the best with that. I can always move them if I see a line anywhere. But that's basically my task for the day. I still need to do the water flush, but I need help to hold the funnel and stuff, so I need to do it when I'm going to have help. The hot water does not smell great. So, and my son's really busy this week, so I'm not sure. It might not be till the weekend. But I'll try to get video of it this time since I didn't last time. I'm gonna work on, I got some more little like containers, like small versions of the bigger ones that I got, and I'm gonna put those together. Actually, I think I might go see if I can find a wrench so that I can set up the washing machine. So I got this open. It looks just weird to me. So I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm seeing here. I don't know. I tried doing video and stupid. I'm not sure what that is. That hasn't been like used, like the previous owner didn't use it. I presume the original owner might have used it, but no idea. I am looking for... There were like little black things that fell off when I took the lid off, and it looks like it was bugs. So, I don't see anything in here. So I'm gonna get the peppermint and I'm gonna spray it as best as I can down there. At least get the first couple of inches, because like the super strong non-diluted stuff apparently is pretty brutal to bugs, and I don't want to smell bleach in my bedroom, so we're just gonna try that, and hopefully I'm not gonna, you know, actually see any bugs. Hopefully there was like, you know, because nothing was moving. So I'm just clearing out leftover residents. And I think maybe with me using it, it will not be alluring to the bugs. This is stuff I sprayed down here in the storage area, just as a sticky deterrent. I know it only kind of deters in one area of the RV, but I can't get to the others. So sometimes I spray like out here, but ideally I'd be able to get into the underbelly. But I think I mentioned that I think the mice are mainly coming in and stuff around that storage thing, so that's part of why I was spraying there. Let's see if I can record this and spray at the same time. It's a lot harder for me to get this side. But it definitely, whatever it was, like kind of rinsed off, so. I just hope all this stuff is actually like hooked up, because I don't know, because she didn't use it. I don't know, and she doesn't know, so I'm gonna plug it all in and hope that, yeah. Unfortunately, the drain pipe starts in that far corner all the way on the bottom, and my drainage stuff is here, and it's like there's really no give. Like, thank goodness it has this piece here to make it rigid so it'll stay in there, but you know, it's the lid is gonna touch it, and yeah, That's fine, right? Of course, that got me thinking, do they make extensions for those hoses? Like, how well would they work? Because they're just like these really cheapy plastic type things, but it didn't seem like there was any way to remove or change out the existing one, which seems weird to me. But it might be worth having an extension. How does that work? Does a washing machine empty out based on how much is in it, and it keeps trying to empty out? So if there's more resistance and more tube to push through, is it going to push more, or is it designed to push based on what it knows it has? I don't know how any of that stuff works. So then I just have these questions. I'm gonna go Google that. I got these guys, but those guys, I already put a cap on the hot because I'm not going to use the hot water. And unless I end up getting a tankless water heater, I'm not going to do that. So the answer is yes, you can put an extension on, but yes, the systems are designed to drain based on the length of the hose. It's not clear to me if that's true for all of them or just some of them. I have a cheaper one, so I'm going to guess that would be true for that one. So it could result in water, staying, a little bit of water staying. I really would just want to extend it like 6 inches. And I'm not sure if that's even an option because it doesn't have like a hose that has like any sort of connection thing at the end. So I don't see how it would seal without using some kind of glue or something. But I'm going to look into it just because I feel like it shouldn't be pulled so tight at the place where it's coming out of the washing machine. I'd be concerned about like water flow. I can't actually see it to verify if it's pinched or not, but I feel like, a few inches would help. But I think I can use it without that, so it's something I'll look into. But, what I have to look into is the plumber's tape, because I can't remember the rules for plumbing tape. If I remember correctly, if you're joining the same metal to metal, you do not use plumber's tape because the plumber's tape creates almost like a lubricating effect, and you can like over tighten and strip things. And if it's plastic to plastic, you do, but I can't remember if you do it with metal to plastic. So I have to look that up. But I don't have any plumber's tape here. It's all in storage. And plumber's tape's one of those things that I lose. And then I buy more, and then I find the other one. So like if I buy more, I'm going to have an addition to my infinity pile of plumber's tape that's wherever it is. Unless my son has some. That's an idea. Oh, and I got the plumber's tape usage reversed. Is PVC piping. That it's not recommended to use it for that reason, not the metal. And I have not found a clear answer to whether or not I should use it in a situation that's like both, but it does say you don't need to use it if there's a gasket, like a seal already going to be in place. But that doesn't make sense to me because they recommend using it on like shower stuff, and there's gaskets for all of that. So I don't know. There's a lot of like varying information that I think like comes from like different people's usage of it. And I think I'm just going to try it without, and if I have any leaking, I will add some. So, yeah. That was a whole lot of excitement for nothing. Also, like, these are not marked hot and cold, so I'm going to have to, like, hope that I guess right. I'm going to guess that this one is the cold one. This one. Something I didn't think about before, and this is totally the kind of thing that my brain just misses and I have to deal with, is this kind of stuff. So I need to get some 90-degree things. I could get like connectors, but I would rather just get the hoses because they're actually more compact, and I just like the less connections in a water system, the better I feel about it. So I added some of those to my wish list so I don't forget. I found some that are 90 degrees at both ends because this is like super cramped, like it's squished in there. So it'd be better just in general. And then I have a little bit of space that I can move this. It's just, it might not have as much space as I think. I might see about pulling this out just so I could look at the back and see if I can unscrew this. If it's removable. It didn't look like it was removable when we looked at it the other day, but I mean, it's gotta be, you gotta be able to replace it, right? So, maybe I could just get a longer one and just replace it, you know, and, I don't know how long this one is. Maybe 6 feet. I don't have a good sense of that. But I need to do laundry, and I don't want to put water in this if we're going to be pulling it out to do stuff. I don't want to make the job harder than it needs to be, but I need to do laundry, and I don't know what to do because I'm like allergic to laundry soaps. I can't just go to the laundromat to do laundry. So, I can't even be in there because I physically react with my face and my skin to it being in the air, like Tide and all of that shit. So, and like, yeah, so I don't know. I might just hand wash some stuff, and you know, I have enough clothing that I can go for a while. It's the undergarments I don't have enough of, so I might just do that. And I don't know, like, if my son can pull that whole thing out or if we need help or meh. So I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna make some food. And then I'm gonna work on decluttering this space by putting things away more. And I will deal with the laundry stuff later because I'm frustrated. I just want something to work, you know? Like, I just want it to work, man. And I need to do something else that I feel like I have control of because it just makes me so mad. And I want to take the washing machine and just throw it. Like, if I was strong enough, I would just pick up, slam on the ground, destroy it. And what good would that do me? And then I have to buy another washing machine. But I'm that kind of frustrated because things have been like this, and it's, you know, I'm tired of being adaptive. You know, like, why do I have to be agreeable and adaptive and figure things out all the time? Why don't I get to be the mad person who's unreasonable and somebody else fixes it for them? Like, how do people wrangle that? Where they have somebody that actually, like, helps them when they fuck shit up because they threw a tantrum because it was too much for them to deal with. Like, I just have to, like, get a stomach ache and deal with it, you know? It's always going to be like that. Like, I wish I could throw a tantrum, but I actually don't think I'm capable. Because that's not how I learned to be. So if you're allowed to throw tantrums, you should count yourself lucky. And if there's somebody there to clean up after you or to help you through it, you're lucky because there are people out there tearing up their insides, keeping their shit together because there is no one to help them. Anyway, I think I'm going to have some stir fry for dinner.